There you heard it, folks. You heard it here first. Go play, little buddy. All right. So, back-to-back wins of games that we were expecting to win. Sorry I'm late, guys. Just got in. My life is it's like a roller coaster. I just don't know what's going to happen hour to hour lately anyway. So the boys, we're going to look at the numbers in a sec here, guys. But the boys won a big one yesterday. And shout out to Jim for texting me, because I swear, guys, the last 10 minutes of the game, I couldn't watch. I couldn't watch. I was too stressed. And when I get like that, it's not good for my health. It's just not good for my health. I had to, and then he said, okay, empty netter to seal it. And I went back. I said, okay, guys, I was so taken back by the stress of that game. And you're going to laugh at this. I left watching that game to go watch the Chris Neil retirement video, guys. As he talked about his favorite moment was beating the Sabres in 2007. While I was, getting ready to see the end of the game. So, okay, the boys prevailed though, so good win, but my goodness, I thought we'd play better in those two games than we did, I'll just leave it at that. I know we won both of them, and we kind of won it pretty convincingly in the end of both games, but still, this game yesterday had me shaken. Let's look at the numbers. Okay, shots 35-31. Sabres edge in the faceoffs, 51% to 49. Is my imagination, are we getting a bit better at that, or am I just seeing what I want to see? I don't know. Oh, both of us 0 for 1 in the power play. They had 19 hits, we had 12. We had 9 blocks, they had 19. And we had 11 giveaways, they had 10. High giveaways for the Sabres in this one. Shots on goal per period. First period, 14-5 San Jose. Second period, 13-8 San Jose. At this point, you know how much I'm freaking out. And the Sabres did put a strong third together. They did. And they outshoot them 18-8 to tighten that to 35-31 final in the game. San Jose still with the edge there. Scoring. And Dylan Cousins, basically a seeing eye goal through the legs. Makes it 1-0 Buffalo at 3:01. Svechnikov makes it 1-1 at 16:49, end of one. Second period, Owen Power at 6:26 makes it 2-1 Sabres. Barabanov makes it 2-2 at 11:57. We go to the third period, all of us biting our nails, guys, because we knew what was happening out of town. For those of you that didn't, we're going to talk about that. Skinner makes it 3-2 with the big goal, with Thompson working hard in front, and then Tuck gets the empty netter. God, he's consistent at getting those empty netters when we really need them, I find also. Tuck gets the empty netter at 18:59 to seal the game at 4-2 Sabres. Now, we're going to take a look, guys, at the wild card. And here we go. Pittsburgh are still on the top seed of the wild cards at 63, the Islanders at 63. Then come the non-wild card teams. Washington at 62 have a game in hand on the Islanders. Florida, even games played at 62, 1 point out of a playoff spot. Then come the Sabres at 60 points. And take a look at it, folks. Take a good look. 5 games in hand on the Islanders. 3 points out. A game in hand on Pittsburgh, 3 points out. We're closing the gap. This is big games coming up to close out this month. Then comes Detroit, who have been red hot as of late. Them also at 60 points. We have a game in hand on them. Ottawa, we have a game in hand on. They just won today. And they have 58 points. They're in it too. Philadelphia, not out of it yet, but starting to fall. That 3-game losing streak has really not helped them. They're not supposed to be in this race, but you just never know. They're going to put something together again. They've been an up and down team this year. So yesterday, Pittsburgh lost. The Islanders lost. Washington lost. Florida lost. And Detroit lost. And so did Philadelphia lose as well. Now let me just confirm that, because there was so many teams, guys, that lost. I was taken back by it. I just was. Like yesterday was just a dream come true. Every single team that we're fighting against lost. So Washington, I just want to see. Anyway, I don't have it here. Now, of course, NHL.com is useless. I don't know why I still stick with these guys. Here we go. Like, their website is so... It's like a 14-year-old made this website, honestly. All right, so let's take a look at... let's go over that just one more time. All right, where are we? Here we go. Florida lost 7-3. The Islanders lost 6-2. The Penguins lost to New Jersey 5-2. Carolina beat Washington 4-1. There it is. Vancouver beat the Flyers 6-2. Seattle beat Detroit 4-2. I mean, a dream come true. So when we were in the third period, guys, I was stressed. I knew all this was happening, and I knew Detroit was going to lose. You could tell they were going to lose their game, and Vancouver were all over Philadelphia. So, like, if we let that slip out of our fingers yesterday, guys, to me, that would have been the playoffs right there. Right there. That's how I felt. I felt like that yesterday was that important. I couldn't even watch it. I couldn't. I was too stressed. I just was, guys. I was too stressed. You know, I turned back to see the empty net goal, the replay of the empty net goal. That's, you know, look, it's just how I get sometimes. Sometimes I think I'm very superstitious, guys. Sometimes I think if I'm watching, it's going to make them lose. So I do something else and I come back, and that's one of those things I just do. Look, the boys won 2 massive games here. I don't care who we played. Back-to-back wins when we had to win. Because if we would have lost even one of these games, I don't know. You know, it might have been just enough to really knock any momentum out of our sail, really. So right now, we're going to look at the upcoming games. We'll talk about that briefly, and I'll wrap it up, guys. And I'll get this video out to you. I want to do one more video. I'm going to do a talking video. We're going to talk about I want to talk about the trade deadline with you guys. So I want to look at our schedule, because I knew what it was this morning, but today's been so busy. Oh my God. All right, Toronto at Buffalo, Tuesday. The Leafs at Buffalo. Buffalo at Tampa, Thursday. And on Friday, Buffalo at Florida. On Sunday, to close out the month, Washington at Buffalo. Folks, we got to win at least 2 of these 4 games. I know most of you are going to expect more. If we win 3 out of 4, I'm happy. Very happy. If we win 4 of these games, you know what? I'll just say it, 2-1-1. If we can go a game over 500, those 4 games, knock that off the schedule, and get to the end of the month, we'll see then. We'll see where we're at. But we do have to realize that we're 3 points out of a playoff spot with 5 games in hand. Folks, it's a lot of games in hand. But I would rather catch whoever we're trying to catch and have those games in hand as our security blanket to getting in. You know what I'm saying? So I try to avoid thinking about the games in hand, even though it's impossible to. Being a numbers guy, it's impossible for me to not notice these numbers. So what do you think, guys? Are we going to get in? I'll ask you guys. How you feeling now? I tell you, we're a yo-yo this year. It's a yo-yo effect, eh? But you know, this is what we wanted. Even if we don't make it this year, okay. In the end, that's an if. If we don't get in, we should be really proud of the boys this year, because our season could have been over by now, even. Usually, right? I mean, we could have just said it's another season of development. The kids are 6-7 games under 500. I mean, it's another season of development, and here we are, 6 games over. So I don't think we can complain. I really don't. So let's just ride with it, guys. Let's stick with it. Let's be proud of them, and let's enjoy this. Let's try to enjoy this. Don't be like I was yesterday. Don't stress yourself. If you stress yourself, go make a coffee. Do something, but don't do what I did. And I was so wound up yesterday, guys. It's the most wound up I've been since I've had this channel, at least. Since I've had this channel. The most wound up I've been probably since the tank years, when I wanted the Sabres to finish dead last in the McDavid year. That was the most wound up I've been for hockey games. I was so stressed yesterday, so I'm gonna just relax, and that's it. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video.